Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Vijayalakshmi. In my previous videos, I have discussed about data types. Please go through it. In today's video, we are discussing about constants. So constants in C, it refers to fixed values that do not change during the execution of a program. So here, the values of the variables will not change throughout the execution of the program. It remains fixed. That is why the name is given as constants. So constants can be created using two keywords in a C language. One is const, C-O-N-S-T, const keyword, and the other one is we use the preprocessor directive, that is hash define. By using hash define statement, we can create some constants in a C language so that the value of that variable should remain fixed throughout the execution of the program. It should not change. So the syntax what we follow to declare a constant variable is const keyword, C-O-N-S-T, const followed by data type. So it can be any primitive data type like int, float, char, etc. And the constant name, you can give any name for that variable which you want to declare it as const. Or we can declare like this, to assign a value to that variable, that is initialization. We initialize by giving const data type, constant name is equal to some value like const int. See this example here. For example, const int roll number. Roll number is a variable name, constant variable name we have taken. Data type is int and const is the keyword. So the value of this roll number, it is made as constant here. It remains fixed throughout the program. Or if I want to initialize some value to this constant variable, you see this example again, const int roll number is equal to 1960201, some value. So this roll number is assigned some value, it is initialized with some value. So here the syntax to be followed using the keyword const is const data type constant name is equal to some value. We can declare and initialize constant variable in this method. The second method is by using the preprocessor statement hash define. So here const declaration using hash define keyword. See the syntax here guys. Hash define the constant name, whatever the variable name you want, you can give any name. And you can see my previous video to declare the variables. What are the rules we should follow to declare a variable? So hash define constant name, any variable name, followed by some constant value. What is the value you want to give for that variable? You can give any value you want. Example, see, it is beginning with a preprocessor directive symbol hash. Hash define. Define is a keyword we are using. It's a built-in keyword. Hash define. You're defining the constant value. What is that constant name? We have taken pi. Pi means pi. Hash define pi. You're giving the value as 3.14. So you're declaring the constant variable pi as 3.14. So here the value of pi remains 3.14 throughout the program. So you can declare in this way. So one is by using the const keyword and another one is by using the preprocessor hash define constant name followed by value. So this is the way we can declare a constant variable. For example, see this program guys. This is using const keyword. So we have in this program just what we have done. I have declared one local variable I equal to 9 and inside that I am again declaring one more variable x which is of constant. Const data type is int. Variable name is x equal to 10. We are assigning some value. And next what we have done, I is equal to 15 and x is assigned value what now 100. Initially I was 9 and now I value gets changed to 15 and x is equal to 100. Next what we have given here, printf I equal to %d and x is equal to %d. I comma x return the value of I and x. Now the compiler will create an error because you have declared here I as 9 and I as 15 here. So it will change by when the compiler is executing this instruction, the I value gets changed to 15. So it will take here as 15. But now for the variable x, you have declared as a constant 10. Now, and here you are assigning x is equal to 100. Since it's a constant variable x, the value of the this variable x remains constant throughout the program. The value will not change. X is assigned 10, the constant value. But now here you have given x equal to 100. So you cannot give, since you declared this variable x as constant, you cannot say x is equal to 100 now. So here this will create an error. So it cannot return the value of x as 100 here. So here the output for this program, you will get it as an error. Since you have declared x as a 10 and now you are assigning x to 100, it will not take this value 100. Okay guys, so but here you have declared this as a normal variable integer data type I equal to 9, but here it can take I as 15. The value of I gets changed here, but value of x cannot change because it is constant. The value is fixed throughout the execution of the program. So whenever the compiler sees this, it says that it is an error. Okay guys, next coming for the second example using hash defined preprocessor. So here within this, what we have done, see, always preprocessor statements should be declared after the declaration statements. So we have declared stdio.h library file here, and then we are defining now const, see here, hash define pi 3.14. It's a constant variable. You're declaring pi as 3.14 and this value will be stored where in the preprocessor directive. So now this is a sample program to compute the area of a circle. So here we are declaring two variables inside the function main, r and area. So to calculate the area of a circle, what are the inputs we need? Area of the circle is what? Pi r square. So we should know what is the value of pi and what should be the radius. So here that is the reason. To calculate the area, we are taking two variables. Pi already you have declared here as a constant variable. So r for radius and area to store the result. Two variables we have declared here. Both are of integer data type. Then we are writing a printf statement. This is for user understanding purpose. This statement we write for what? For user understanding purpose. So we are given, please enter the radius of the circle. And then after this, to read the data from the keyboard, we are using the scanf statement. So what is the syntax for the scanf? So what is the string we have used here? Control string %d. R is of integer data type. So the format specifier, what should we use in scanf is %d, comma, the return value argument 1 is what? Address of r, %r, because what is the memory allocated for this radius r variable? It is of integer. 2 bytes of memory is allocated, and what is its address? We don't know that address. So the value whatever you are going to enter through the keyboard will be stored in this memory location. To store that value, where this r is stored in the memory, in that memory location, whatever input we are giving, it should be stored. So that is the reason we are writing the syntax like this. Scanf %d %r. Ampersand means write whatever it is reading from the keyboard, it should be returned into the memory location allotted to this variable r. Then what is the next executable statement we have given? Here we are computing the area. What is the formula for to find the radius of a circle? It's nothing but pi r square. So area is equal to what now? Pi. Pi means this variable pi. Whenever the compiler sees this variable pi, it automatically replaces with the value 3.14. So area is equal to 3.14 into r. Whatever you give the r value, it will multiply that. And pi means what? It will replace with the constant value 3.14. So area of the circle is equal to what now? %d area. You're asking to print the value. So lastly, finally, we are printing the result. area of the circle is equal to what? Percentage D, and it is of integer data type, right? Return the value of area and close the main function. So this is what we have written here, guys. So what will be the output of this program? When we compile and run this program, you will get a message. See this output screen here. Please enter the radius of the circle. Whatever you have given in the printf statement, it is just like an echo statement. Whatever you type there, it will print the same thing as it is. So I have given the radius as 5. So now what is the next statement? If you have given, compute the value. Area is equal to pi. Pi means 3.14 into 5 into 5, which is nothing but 78. So after computing, you have asked to print the result area. So area of the circle is equal to what? Percentage D. Percentage D means it will return the value of this area to this D format specifier. So it will print the result as 78. So this is how we are going to get the result, guys, using the const variable. Hope you understood these two examples. And we know that C supports some of the constants. It supports a rich set of constants like integer constants, character constants, real or floating point constants, or string constants. So constants can be classified as numeric constants and character constants. So numeric constants in turn classified as integer constants, real constants. Real constants means what? Floating point constants. And integer constants means what? Whole numbers. So it refers to a sequence. An integer refers to what? Sequence of digits. So it is of whole numbers. Then character constants. Character constants can be of what? It can be any alphabets from A to Z. So it is single character constants or string constants. Example you see, guys, for integer constants, it's a whole number 123 minus 123, 0, etc. Real constants includes what? Floating point values, constants 0.0083, mantissa exponent. We have seen the floating point number representation using mantissa E exponent, that is scientific notation. And single characters. Single characters means already we have seen in the data types, each character occupies what? One byte. And single characters are always enclosed within the single quotes. When group of or sequence of characters put together, we call it as string. Even we can have string constants. So string constants are written within the double quotes. So these are some of the constants which are supported by the C language. Okay. So what is the difference between the integer constant and floating point constant? So an integer constant can be a decimal integer or octal integer, or it can be a hexadecimal integer. So it means that it supports what? Octal numbers, decimal numbers and hexadecimal numbers, that is from 0 to 9 and A to F. So here decimal integer constants, see, const int x equal to 125. So here decimal integers means what? It can be any digits from 0 to 9. Okay. And octal integer constants means it can be any digits from 0 to 7. And hexadecimal integer constants means any digits from 0 to 9 and A to F. We always write the hexadecimal digits as 0 into 7F. See here, this is the notation to represent the hexadecimal digits. Similarly, if you are using unsigned integer constants, the constant value is suffixed by U here. If you are using long integer constant, see here, const int x equal to 30L. It is suffixed by L, the integer constant. Similarly, if you are using unsigned long integer constant, means the syntax is const int x equal to some value, and it is always suffixed. It is appended with the UL, the format specifier. UL we are using here. The format specifier here, L is used here. This is to represent the unsigned integer constants U. This is if you are using hexadecimal digits, integer constants, then we should put always 0 into some number to represent the hexadecimal integer constants. Next, we have something called as floating point constants. Floating point constants must contain both integer and decimal parts. And sometimes it can also be represented containing the exponent part. So when we are writing the exponent part, it is always suffixed with the letter small e or capital E. So the floating point number, for example, if you consider 3.14, how to write it in exponent form? We write it as 3e, 3e minus 14. Okay, guys. So if I want to write it as a constant, I can write it as const float x equal to what? 3.14. So either in scientific notation or in decimal notation, however you want, you can represent it. And this is to represent the character constant. So a character constant is nothing but it's a symbol enclosed in single quotation mark. See guys, see this example here. Const char name equal to capital A. It is represented with single quote. A, single quote. See, const char operator is equal to plus. It is represented with a single quote here. Okay. So the character constant has a maximum length of 1 character. See, character constant length is only 1 byte. So that is the reason its length is only 1 character. See this example. In this example, we are printing the value, printing a character. Const char a equal to some x. Okay. Printf value of a is equal to percentage C a. So here what will be the value of a now? You have given a value as x. You are assigned a value as x and you are asking here to print the value of a, which is character type of data. So the output will be what? Value of a is equal to what? What it will print now? It will print it as x because you have assigned a equal to x here. So this is the output you are going to get for this character constant. Next, we'll see the example for string constant. A string constant is nothing but it is a collection of characters, digits, and special symbols or escape sequences that are enclosed in double quotations. That is, you see double quotes. These symbols represent double quotes. Group of characters, sequence of characters is called as what? String constants, which should be enclosed within the double quotations. Now, how to declare a string constant? See, again we follow the const keyword. Const char name equal to. Char is the data type. Const data type variable name. So const variable name is name we have taken. It is equal to what now? Christ University. See here, Christ University is within the double quotes here. Okay. The entire string it will take. It is more than 1 character. Or you can declare like this. You can split the string like this. Const char name equal to within double quotes where I am writing Christ, and again within the next double quotes I am writing the university. Or else, see, you see the third example how we have written const char name equal to Christ, double quotes slash university, double quotes again. The string is started and ended with the double quotation marks. Now see this example to understand our sample program. So here we are trying to print the string welcome to C programming. So here we are declaring one constant variable A, which is a pointer variable pointing to the address of this location. Okay. Character data type equal to what now? Welcome to C programming. This variable A is equal to what? The string, the entire string within the double quotes. Okay. The next what you are doing, printf value of a equal to what? Percentage S. You are asking to print the entire string which is pointed by what? A. Return the value of a you have given. So whatever the this pointer variable, it is holding the address of the string. That entire string has to be printed here. So you will get the result as value of a is equal to what now? Percentage S means string data type. All the strings within the double quotes will be printed. Okay guys, this is about the string constant. So next we'll see the differences between the character constant and string constant. So character constant is enclosed within a single inverted commas, within single quotes, single quotation, whereas string constant is enclosed within the double quotes. And maximum length is one character, but there is no restriction for a string constant. A string constant can be of any length. And third is a single character string constant has an equivalent integer value. So it is having equivalent integer value since it is only one character. But a single character enclosed does not have an equal integer constant because integer value because it is a group of characters. So the value is not same. It always changes. Then the character constant A consists of only one character A, but the string constant consists of character A as well as every string is terminated by a null character. So that null character we write it as /0. It consists of what? String means if it is consists containing A followed by /0. And a single character constant occupies 1 byte, and since a single string constant here occupies 2 bytes because to store this null value /0 it takes 1 byte. So if a single character, if it is a string means it takes 2 bytes, but here a character takes only 1 byte. And every character constant does not end up with a null character. So this is the major difference, guys. So, but every string constants always ends with a null character, that is /0. The escape sequence here is /0. So, this indicates end of the string. So, before the closing double quotation mark by the compiler, it is always terminated. The string should be always terminated by /0. So, it also occupies 1 byte. So, these are some of the major differences between the character constant and the string constant. So hope you have understood what actually constants are in a C language. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. So in my coming videos, I'll giving more examples on the alphabet set of a C language. Thank you.